You set your financial goals for the new year. Congratulations. But now you might be frustrated, wondering, what is my first step and how am I going to accomplish these goals? Hi, John Kirk, Pitchman, and your online mentor to introduce a few simple steps and a procedure in order to implement a plan that's going to allow you to achieve your goals. So, getting started, I want to let you know that I've taken dozens of products and services from concept to millions in sales using this exact same formula. I did it that last year. I'm in the process of doing it this year, and I've done it many times in the past. So, getting started, you want to identify your goal and you want to have a timeline. In this case, we're talking about the calendar year because we're just getting started with the new year and we have a goal to do $1 million in sales. Now, $1 million is indeed a lofty number, so you want to ensure that you're very focused and that you stay motivated. In this case, you are your own boss, so you're going to have to act as a boss and as an employee, okay? So stay motivated and stay focused. But getting started, I want to let you know that in order to accomplish your $1 million goal, I like to reverse engineer. So what I'd like to do is I'd like to talk about the financials first. And once we have a clear picture on how the financials will equate to $1 million, then we can go back and we can look at our daily, weekly, and monthly activities that we need to do in order to accomplish these sales channel numbers and to reach the ultimate goal. So, getting started, I typically have 4 channels. You might have more channels in your particular business, but you want to at least have these 4 channels getting started. So, channel number 1 is shows. So I love to go to consumer shows where I have belly-to-belly presentation on the problem that these consumers will be facing, how my product or service is a solution to that problem, giving them a magical transformation, and then I give them that, but wait, there's more, irresistible offer. And typically it translates into great sales. So for me, doing consumer shows, I do about 60% of my sales through consumer shows. And that translates, of course, into $600,000 per year. And that, of course, is the biggest portion. The next area is advertising. So once I've gone to the shows and I have a very good idea on what resonates with consumers, what will make them purchase my product or service, then I'll take that and I'll put it into an advertisement form. So the big thing is with online selling, it's transitioned from traditional bricks and mortar to online. The pandemic has got everybody online and shopping. So people literally will go to Google, go to YouTube, and they'll punch in the problem that they have. And if you're there with your video or your advertisement and you're giving them the solution to that problem, magical transformation, you're gonna get customers and you're gonna get business. So advertising is so very important. For us, it translates into approximately 25% of our sales, or $250,000 of that $1 million goal. The next thing is email. So email is indeed the value of your company. If you ever sell your business down the road, if you've got a robust database of active customers, they're worth their weight in gold, certainly. So make sure that email is a big thing for you. For us, it translates into about 10% of our current sales, or $150,000, or $100,000, I should say, in sales. And then finally is social media marketing. And social media marketing is still fairly new. I've been doing it now for the last 5 or 7 years, but it translates into about 5% of our sales, or $50,000 in sales. Okay, so here we have ourselves the $1 million number, and it comes from the various channels, so you can see quite clearly where they come from. So now that we have these channels broken down and the numbers broken down, now we can understand now what we need to do as a plan on a daily, weekly, and monthly basis in order to accomplish these goals in the channels that we've broken down. So starting off with shows, I do want to say that when it comes to shows, shows are fantastic because, again, you're belly to belly with the consumer and you're getting great results. There's not a whole lot of mystery. You know for sure that people are going to come there and you know you're going to have an audience, and history dictates that they purchase from you at these shows. So it's a good idea. But when you're doing the shows, you want to dedicate at least 1 or 2 weeks of literally researching what shows are suitable for your product or service, and you want to contact the show organizers via email or via telephone, and you want to get the contracts and you want to book those shows. So you literally want to research the shows and you want to book them, okay? So you want to book the shows, and then you want to add them to your calendar. And the calendar is very important because once the calendar is full, you'll see what shows you have in each particular month. So there's only 4 weekends that are available for every month. So you might have as much as 4 shows per month. You may only have 1, but at least when you have them on your Google Calendar, you have them on a calendar up on the wall like I have here. I have 1 for the entire year and I have 1 per month, so I can see exactly what I'm doing. So I can schedule things around that, and it is a really good feeling knowing that you have these shows that are going to generate the revenues for you, and it is something to prepare for and be excited about. So you want to ensure that you spend the time, research the shows, book them, put them on the calendar. Once that's in place, then you're good to go on to the next category. And we're talking about ads. So when it comes to ads, it starts from the consumer shows. You know what's going to resonate with customers. You'll know which will resonate on various times throughout the year, the various seasons. So you should have your spring, summer, fall, and Christmas offers that you put out on the ads. And you may even have calendar offers. So you might have your calendar holidays. For example, your Mother's Day, your Father's Day, your Easter, your summertime, backyard grilling. You might have your various seasons. So you put them out according to either seasonal events or events, holiday events on your calendar. And that way, with your ads, what you want to do is you want to go ahead and you want to go to freelancer.com, or you want to go to Fiverr, or you want to go to Upwork, but you go out and you hire yourself a freelancer. So this is a graphic artist. So you know what the copy looks like. You can sketch it out on a piece of paper. So the copy is what's resonating in these shows with you. If you have an HVAC company and you're going into the winter season, then you know that that's the time where you go and you clean out the vents and you offer a special to your customers and you're going to get value. If you have a particular product or service, it might be seasonal as well. So you want to craft your seasonal or your holiday events and advertising events or promotions. And once you crafted it, you sketched it out on paper, then you'll give it to your graphic designer to put into an advertisement form. So you can simply take that, upload it onto your Google Ads, your Facebook ads, or whatever it is, and go ahead and get results. So again, you want to hire a freelancer. And again, they're not going to charge you a lot. Typically, they want to prove to you that they're great and that they can get your business. And if they do a great work for you, then you're going to hire them again. And there's going to be great business moving on into the future, and you're going to have great relationships. I have my graphic designer I've had for, I think, 5 or 6 years already, and he is like magical. But anyways, get on to Freelancer or Upwork or Fiverr and get yourself a graphic designer. You want to spend a good week or two in really designing the ads you're going to put throughout the entire year. So sit in the office and think about the various seasons or the various holiday events and put the ads together, coordinate with your graphic designer, and work back and forth until they give you the perfect ad. And then once you have your ad, you're going to want to do a couple of different ones for each season. So you have an A/B test split. So you'll see you've done this one and you've done this one. This one performs better than this one. So this one you'll stop doing, and then you'll have another one to see if you can improve on your results with that particular ad, your A/B test split. You're going to always want to test different advertisement copies to always improve, okay? So that's for your ads. And then we also have your email. As I said earlier, your email is worth its weight in gold. So your email list is actually your customer list, and that is probably the most valuable part of your business. It certainly will be a major consideration if you sell down the road, as I mentioned earlier. But when it comes down to your email, it is fantastic, and so many people neglect this. So whatever you do not neglect this, okay? So you want to understand email flows, okay? So once you have a customer, you're typically going to be using Square or you're going to use Moneris or something similar to receive credit card processing. And they do all sorts of cash sales and everything. So once you get a customer, you'll have an email flow that is attached to that sale. So they immediately get a receipt that's professional and it looks, has a very good impression when the consumer receives that receipt. And then the next automated email that goes out will be a welcome to email. Welcome to your product or service. Welcome to the company. Then you're going to have some tips and tricks that go out that just make life a little bit easier with this product or service you just provided for the consumer. And every third or fourth email, you can give them the email offer. Very similar to the ads that we were talking about earlier, but you'll take those seasonal offers and you'll put them through, or your holiday offers, and you'll put them through every third or fourth email that goes out. It'll be automated and it'll translate into sales. And again, when it comes to having a customer, in my early years, when I had a new customer, I would get the new customer and that would be the end of it. I would never follow up with them. But when I learned how to follow up and I followed up on the telephone, it was amazing how surprised those customers were and how impressed they were, and how the majority of the time they would reorder from me. So now with these automated email flows, you're going to get people getting all sorts of great follow-up service, doing all sorts of reordering from you, referrals to friends, and that's going to grow your database exponentially, and it is extraordinarily valuable. So understand emails, understand email flows, and again, your copy is going to be very similar to the copy that you put together for the ads with your graphic designer. You're just going to be putting those into the email format. And then finally, there is social media marketing. And social media marketing is very interesting because when I first started this business, I was deathly afraid of the camera. And I would freeze and my throat would get dry. It would just be horrible. But now this camera is like talking to a really good friend or a good group of friends. And it's something that you need to get over. It's something you need to get into. Because nowadays, like I said, this big paradigm shift to the internet, particularly after this pandemic, people are going to YouTube with the problems they have. I have a doormat and people will look up, how to get rid of muddy paw prints from dogs, right? And voila, they're ending up on my site. Or creativity for kids, getting them away from video games and these social medias. And that's where my magic pens have really come in, because it really encourages creativity. But if you're offering the solution to that problem everybody's looking for, and it has that magical transformation, they're gonna love that. And again, when it comes to your social media marketing, you want to ensure that you do video, okay? And the good news is you don't have to go out and spend a ton of money on a massive studio, because you have one in your pocket right now. With your smartphone, you have an amazing camera, you have a great microphone, and you can literally start your social media marketing right now doing videos. And again, it's real simple. Whatever product or service that you have, you take the benefit and you really couple that with the problem that the consumers are facing out there, right? Again, if you were the HVAC guy, are you tired of dirty registers and dusty air flowing in at Christmas dinner? Because there's nothing good about dusty air on Christmas dinner. Then you're giving them a solution on how to vacuum their vents, or perhaps you're giving them a particular discount so that you can come in and clean those up for them. But whatever it is, if you're on social media, problem, solution, you now are going to be known, liked, and trusted because you're given all this free advice. And when someone does have a big job that might be expensive, they're going to call you because you're the guy they know, like, and trust. So social media, definitely get into video. You want to get a microphone. You also want to go ahead and get some lights. So your phone currently has got a great camera. It's got a great microphone. You can go ahead and start with this. But as soon as possible, you want to go ahead and you want to get yourself a nice microphone and some good lighting so you can have professional quality videos, and people will appreciate that. So these ones are the steps, okay? So we've reverse engineered the numbers with the channels to equal the $1 million goal we're going for. And then we've broken it down to the shows. You research, you book them, you put them onto the calendar. When it comes to your advertisement, you craft these emails or these ads yourself, and you hire a freelancer to put them into a graphic format that looks good and is suitable. And then when it comes to your flows, your emails themselves, you want to make sure that you have email flows, okay? Your welcome emails, the receipt itself, some tips and tricks, and then you can get into giving the offers that you already crafted on the step above with your advertisement. So you do the email flows, and then every third or fourth, then you'll go ahead and you'll do an offer, and that will generate sales for you, okay? And then finally with video, you can go ahead and get started with your social media by doing some video. And you can also have tips and tricks or comparables, or you can put them in a graphic format. You can put it out there, but on your Facebook or your Instagram or your LinkedIn, if you just want to make bullet points, that's fine too. If you want to do videos without your face and your hand, you can just do that as well. You can put graphics on there. But ultimately, quite frankly, the easiest thing is plugging your phone in and just simply doing the video, and voila, there it is. So that's your social media marketing, okay? So again, reverse engineering, here are the financials that equal your goal. Here's what it is you need to do in order to accomplish these numbers. And it's very important that you have a schedule. As I mentioned at the start of this video, when you are your own boss, you don't have a mentor or a boss hovering over you, guiding you and encouraging you along the way. So you have to be self-encouraged. You have to inspire yourself, and you have to discipline yourself as a boss may discipline you, okay? So make sure that you're focused, make sure that you're inspired, make sure that you're disciplined. And when it comes to your calendar, you want to ensure that you have a daily method of operation. What are you doing on a monthly, weekly, right down to a daily basis that's going to accomplish these things, that's going to accomplish these numbers and accomplish your goal? So when it comes down to that, you literally want to mark it down. Your Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday and Sunday. So now your Friday, Saturday, and Sunday are typically going to be reserved for you to do your consumer shows. Again, out of the month, you might have one, or you might have two, or you might have as much as 4 shows in that entire month. So you're going to be real busy, but sometimes you'll have 1 or maybe no shows. But you want to register or reserve your Friday, Saturday, and Sunday for your shows, okay? I know that you want to have your family life and your spiritual life and your fitness, but if we're making a focus right now and we're making a 1-year focus to hit this goal, you want to have a good conversation with your family and let them know that you want to implement these things so you can improve the quality of life, and you want to have buy-in from your spouse, your husband or your wife. If they see that you're spending a little too much time on Netflix, not learning, but maybe just for entertainment, they might want to nudge you and say, honey, get back to business, let's focus. But having that support is worth its weight in gold. So definitely get buy-in from your spouse and your family. Let them know that all this hard work can mean a trip to Disney World, or can mean a new car, a great family vacation, whatever it might be. But negotiate with them, because you definitely want to have buy-in from your family. It's very important. So even if you have a job and you're getting off late on a Friday, maybe your spouse can actually start that show for you. If you don't have a spouse, you can go to a relative, a neighbor, a friend, get them to fill the first couple hours so you're coming home from work directly to that show to make those numbers happen. But again, you want to be inspired, you want to be focused, you want to be disciplined, so you want to make sure that you're there. Otherwise, these numbers you're not going to accomplish. So on your Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, that's when you're not doing a show. You're going to be doing these tasks right here, okay? So you want to build a schedule and you want to put it into your Google Calendar so you know for sure that that's when you're going to be focused and working. So maybe you have your fitness early in the morning and you want to hit the desk by 10 a.m. So you'll work from 10 a.m. straight through till 1 p.m. So you'll basically work those particular hours, have your lunch. When it's over at 2 p.m., you can go from 2 p.m. to 6 p.m. And now you'll have your 2 to 6 is 4 hours. And here you have 10, 11, 12, 12 to 1, and 3 hours here. So here you have your 7 hours of focusing on your business. And you want to have at least 7 hours if you're making a full-time effort to hit this $1 million goal. Again, you can adjust that to make it 8 hours, but just for math, easy math, I put that together there. So the other thing I wanted to let you know is that if you are ambitious and you want to have a fantastic goal, but you already have a full-time job, or maybe you have a bunch of kids and you got a full-time effort with them, you might want to have less of a lofty goal and make that, say, $100,000 goal, okay? And in this case, you can now work, rather than working 7 or 8 hours, you can work 2 hours a night. So let's say the kids go to bed at 9 o'clock, you can work 10 till 11, or sorry, 9, 10, 11, you can work, sorry. If they go to bed at 9 o'clock, you can work till 11. So you can go ahead and work 2 hours and get that 2 hours a night in. That was what we'll call a part-time effort. So now, rather than doing 600,000, you're doing 60,000. Rather than doing 250, you're doing 25, etc., etc. So the goal is now 100,000 rather than 1 million. And that might seem a little bit more humble, and that might be the first step you want to make. But you're still going to follow the exact same formula in order to get there. So, breaking it down, you're going to have your daily method of operation. Here's your hours. You're going to break down what it is that you're going to be doing every single day. And then you want to have a specific weekly accomplished goal that you want to do and a monthly goal in order to achieve these particular numbers. So put all those together. And again, one of the main things is that you're inspired and you're focused. And if you can do that, you can accomplish these goals. I've done it numerous times. And if you have any questions, feel free to reach out on email. I'm always answering emails, so feel free to email me. But other than that, good luck with your endeavor and make it the best year yet. Thanks for watching.